Got one that costs, I think it's the same one. This time she said, we got an online request for something. Well, they didn't get an online request from me. It's a little bit too rusty. Go with that one. Two of them. I'll tell you one thing that I've run into. Got oil in it. Get it out. I'll be right back. One thing I'll run into is, alright, now, copper wire, any copper wire that is bigger than a pencil lead is number one. Anything smaller is number 2. Number 1 copper, as long as it has no solder on it, is number 1. Copper 2, as long as it doesn't have any solder on it, it's number 2. Now number 1 wire copper, if it's solid like an 8, there's no solder on it, that is considered number 1, like that right there. That would be considered, in my book, as number 1. No solder, just dirt. Alright. I went down to the scrapyard, down here. First time I've been in years. I've never been down here before. I used to do it all the time up in Walker County. Because I would take stuff from my shop and I kept all my copper, burn it off if it's wire, and I separated number 1 from number 2. The number 1, now this right here, that right there with that elbow on it has been soldered on. That's considered the number 2 copper. Now this, well, hold on a minute. Well, like that other piece, this piece I'm cutting off right here, right now. As long as it has no solder on it, it would be considered as number 1. And it's been like that since I was 13, 14 years old. I worked at a scrapyard down in Florida part-time one summer. And the guy hired me because I knew about stuff like that. My dad, having as many kids as he did, I knew he didn't have any money. And when we moved to Churchill, we had a bunch of woods up behind our barn. And people would take cars up there and burn them. Steal cars, take them up there and strip them out and burn them. Well, after they had been sitting there a couple of weeks, God, I still got old on them everywhere. Me and my brothers, we'd go up there, strip a radiator out of it, copper wiring, heater cores, all that good stuff. And this is heavy. Break it off. Now that would be number 2. Now that would be considered number 1 too, because there's no solder on it and it's copper tubing. Well, last year I carried a bunch of stuff copper to a scrapyard, and oh, black guy's down there. He said, number 2 unclean. I said, hold on a minute, buddy. I said, you better look at that again. Well, that's number 2. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's number 1. Well, he's going to argue with me. So I just put it back in the truck. I said, I'll take somebody else. I'd already sold my steel to him. Well, I didn't take it to somebody else. I brought it home. I called a scrapyard the other day with one I'm going to well, I take this to, I called him and I asked him, I said, what do you consider number 1 and number 2? Well, he told me. It's just like I told him. I said, all right. I said, I'll bring my stuff to you. I said, if I get down there and you try to rip me off, I said, I will report you. He said, you will? I said, yeah. So, it's illegal to steal. And he said, it's damn sure illegal to steal from me. I don't appreciate it. But I got that cat out there. That thing's going to be having to use the hand hooks on it. And then I'm going to carry the rest of it out. I got to fold that coil up. And they got a new rule down here. Unless you can prove that's your coil, they won't buy it. So I have no idea how in the hell I'm going to prove it's mine. But anyway, if they don't buy it, I won't sell it to them. I'll keep it to Find somebody that will buy it. If anybody knows the price of copper right now, would you let me know? Unclean copper, I'm not going to burn the wire off. If I can't do it, they won't buy it anymore. But I gotta get this motor off. But even if this motor won't fit my air compressor, I can still make a good grinder out of that motor. It might be 220, but I can put a step down on it and make it 110. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I'll catch you later. This is it for the day. Catch y'all on the flip side. Bye now.